Narcissists and manipulators take meticulous notes of everything you say and do. Okay, they're not just some brainiac geniuses that just know everything and oh my god, they're so smart, they got one over on me. No, they're not. It's not that, it's just that they listen intently to everything you say and they adapt to that. So, for example, I was mentioning to the narcissist about, other guys that were just totally suffocating me from, I just talking about past instances and occurrences with the opposite sex. And so, of course he acknowledged that I didn't like that. I was saying I like my space, I have a lot of hobbies, I don't like to be bothered 24/7. So they literally just listen intently to what you're saying, and then they just adapt their behavior in accordance with what you're saying. So I said that, so, he would just show up here and there. The narcissist took a mental note of that, and in this way, he was able to weasel his way in because they just listen to everything you don't like about your past boyfriends, exes, ex-husbands, whatever, past relationships, and then they just do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like if you said, oh, I didn't like this, and this one did that, and so they just update everything according to what you're saying. They're not some, wild genius. It's really not that difficult to do, especially if you've been doing this your whole life. So, he wanted to make it seem like, oh, I'm not creepy and stalkerish and suffocating you 24/7. So he would just pop up like here and there, and we would just chit chat like light stuff. And by doing that, he was able to make me comfortable for letting my guard down. And this is exactly what they do. Just build up your trust. Make you think, oh wow, he's not like these other guys. He's actually being respectful. He's listening to my wishes. And, it couldn't be further from the truth. They're not being respectful. They're just upping the ante with their con game, and they know that in order to stick around you, they have to be kind of inconspicuous, you know what I mean? They have to be a little more like flying under the radar. So it would just be like here and there, he would be popping up. He wasn't being overbearing, so a lot of the conversation would just be like light conversation, random stuff. And so in this way, they're able to weasel their way into your life because you're thinking, oh wow, he's listening to what I'm saying, he's trying to be respectful, he's actually trying to be mindful of things I like and don't like. But it doesn't particularly have anything to do with you. It just has to do with they need to make you comfortable to get to the latter part, to where you can let your guard down and they can stab you. It's pretty simple. Like it's a pretty simple operation and maneuver, and all con artists do this because lying comes so naturally to them that you don't pick up on it. They're actually so good at it that you don't even give it a second thought. They are so convincing. And I'm talking about just other manipulators in general, other type of con artists. They're all like this. They're extremely convincing, and that's why when they strike, you become like shell-shocked because you're like, oh my God, I never would have expected that. It comes as such a shock to you, because the person is so convincing that you can't believe, like, that they're a person that shouldn't have ever been trusted. It's the same thing like when you see those shows where you have these con artists where, elderly people give them all their money to invest and then they take off with all the money. Some people are so good at portraying themselves as good that actual good people get bamboozled and tricked. It happens all the time. This is not some new occurrence. I mean, this has been going on for centuries. So the narcissist operates in the same way as any other con artist operates. It's just, they have to pull the wool over your eyes and fool you in order to keep their con going, so they can get to the good part, according to them, and the part in which they can hurt you and jerk you around, and that's the part they enjoy. That is part of their sadistic nature. So narcissists take meticulous notes of everything you say and do.